Hey, how's it going, guys? My name, of course, is Joshy, and welcome to the Call of Duty Ghost Weapon uh, kind of tactics, I guess you could call it, Tactica. And today we're kicking off the series with a huge field goal, and that's going to be the ARX-60. It's certainly not the strongest assault rifle in the world, and it's certainly not got the best, accuracy, but it holds its own if you give it certain things and if you know how it plays. So straight off the back, we're going to get into damage. Now the damage is 17 to 43, and what this means is that at the very minimum you're always going to be dealing 17 points of damage, and at the very maximum you're always going to be dealing 43 points of damage, which is pretty good. 43 is average for assault rifle, 17 is really low for assault rifle, so you don't want to be going down to that bit too much. So you start at 43 and it starts to drop down the damage points after about 20 meters. So that's pretty short range for an assault rifle, to be honest. Then it finally reaches 17 points of damage after 40 meters, which is again pretty short range. So you're going to want to, upgrade that with maybe a muzzle brake. We'll get onto that in a minute. The clip size itself is actually 30 bullets, which is pretty average for an assault rifle, nothing special there, and 45 when you give it extended mags. The headshot multiplier is 1.56, which again isn't too great for a assault rifle, but it's average, so average is always not too bad. The firing rate is actually 857 RPM, so again it doesn't have the firing rate of a submachine gun, but then again why would it? It is an assault rifle, sorry. But it does make up for that, I guess. The recoil is mostly upwards, so when you're shooting at someone you're going to want to be aiming for the neck so you can actually go with the headshot multiplier. It's low. The actual cool thing for this weapon is that the first two bullets, have a really low recoil. An actual 15% reduction is put on the first two bullets. Afterwards, the reduction is gone. So in a way, it's kind of like the AN-94 out of Black Ops 2. It costs 10 squad points to unlock. And some attachments I recommend are foregrip, obviously because of this weapon, as you'll probably see in the gameplays. The accuracy is none too good, to be honest. It's very, very difficult to win those long gunfights. Trust me, I've tried with no foregrip. I've tried, and it just doesn't work, guys. It seriously does not work. Mainly because you're going to be firing all over the place, and it's just going to be too much hassle to be able to get back on and log back on your target without them having, because normally most people will rock foregrip or some sort of gun that doesn't have too much recoil. The second one I recommend is muzzle brake, because as I talked about earlier, the damage does drop significantly from, obviously, as I said, 43 to 17 in a range of a short space of only, 40 meters. So you give the muzzle brake increased damage at long range, and you can prevent that from happening as quick. Burst fire, this is why I recommend it. Burst fire, it gives you, obviously for this weapon, it has reduced recoil for the first two bullets. So you stick burst fire on, that's 3 bullets, the first 2 bullets and 1 bullet. That's not going to be, if any, recoil. So maybe you don't have to take foregrip in that situation. Maybe you do if you want that increased recoil overpowered, Maybe you don't. Mainly, I take it as well because you're going to be killing if you shoot for the neck or the head in 1 or 2 sprays. You shoot for the body, maybe the chest, any other really areas. You can be killing in 2 to 4 sprays, and that's pretty quick. That's pretty quick for an assault rifle. And so you're actually going to be killing quicker with your accuracy. You're going to have more accuracy. So that's why I rock that attachment. I don't rock it too much. I normally rock with another one. Well, you can use it if you want. I use it anyway. You see me using all of these. It's red dot sight, but we'll get onto why I say that in a minute. The reload time is 2.87 seconds loaded and 3.23 seconds empty. Loaded means when there's still some bullets left in the magazine. Empty, obviously, when the magazine is empty. When you have, when you have a reload time, basically, these are the base seconds, but you can actually shorten these down by something called reload cancel, or I call it reload cancel kind of thing. Basically, as soon as the guy pops the magazine into the gun, sprint, double tap Y, whatever you have to do to reload cancel, and it will actually just count as a new magazine. So it will probably increase from the reload time loaded to about 2.5 seconds, which is a good significantly, and I found it increased it from the empty to about just under 3 seconds, which increases it and therefore makes you less needed to go for something like sleight of hand. Moving on to the iron sights. The iron sights are not very usable for long range. they're good for medium range, and that's really where they're going to be getting the kills with. So if you are playing a kind of a medium to short range map with short encounters, medium encounters, then by all means, guys, take the red dot sight off and rock the iron sights. However, with the basic maps on Call of Duty, you will find that most of these maps are pretty big. That is what she said. Yes, haha. The reason you're going to be rocking red dot sight that way is because the sights itself, if you're really good with iron sights and you practice a lot, then obviously that you aren't going to have too much trouble. Maybe you can actually rock them at for engagements. But I tried, guys, and I really can't. Maybe it's just me, but I'm sure a lot of other players have found it that way. So I rock the red dot sight, and that's why I do it. Moving on. The aim down sight in and out are both 0.3 seconds, which is pretty quick, which obviously it can be improved to about 0.25, 0.2 with the quick draw, and you obviously are going to be doing a lot more damage. If you can zoom in quicker, you're going to get the first bullet, and that always counts in the gunfight, especially medium to short range. You're always going to want to be getting the first bullet. Again, I will cover some perks that help me out with this gun in a minute. You start off with 90 bullets ammo, and the maximum amount of bullets you can ever get is 180. The penetration, I would say, through walls without any other attachments, I would say is about a medium. It's not bad, but it's not good, and that's not too bad. Moving on to the perks. The perks I would give this. Well, I forgot one thing. The gun actually does come with a laser sight attachment, meaning that you can hip fire more better than you would be able to normally, which is good. That's good. You always want to do that for the short range encounterments. That's why I suggest taking steady aim. Steady aim will give you an increased hip fire usability and movability. I also rock Stalker because the aim down sights time is pretty quick. In and out are about the same, I would say. It won't make it too much. It will make a good difference if you want to take quick draw. By all means, swap Stalker out for quick draw, or whatever you have to do. But I take Stalker, and that's mainly because when I'm moving about, I want to be moving about fast, and you move quite slowly with assault rifles, not as slowly as you would with LMGs, obviously. But you see me there because I was rocking Stalker, and obviously another perk. I was managed to get past that sniper there quite easily. I actually take agility. That's the last perk I'm going to talk about. Agility just gives me to move around the map quicker. It's awesome on medium to short range maps. You're going to be getting up in the enemy's face. You're going to be owning them. And I will give this gun a 3.5 stars out of 5. Hope you enjoyed this review and tactics. Hope you can use these, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. You ready?